Alrighty, this is Morning Express, and we're still on hot topics, and I'd already done the intro of who we have on the panel, but just for the benefit of somebody who might be joining us now, we have Adhiambo Odera, we have Smita and Julie Masiga, and we are on you. What stood out for you this week on, you know, in terms of everything?
You guys said everything.
Really?
Gormaya fans buying cars in town. I'm like, that was so unnecessary. Just absolutely unnecessary, and just I don't know, what was the point?
Yeah, that was totally unnecessary. Well, they do say that apparently that city council van or vehicle hit 3 of the Gor Mahia fans.
Really?
But even if that be true, it's not I cannot confirm that that is true, but even if it was true, there is a legal process.
There is, yes,
to address that.
And
burning the car really was not necessary. And of course, we know that Gor has had a bad
reputation.
They banned a Kanjuka.
No, they banned other people's cars, right?
There was a Kanjuka, but because of the Kanjuka burning, there was another car that was next to it, and it also burned down of somebody who was not. But we'll come to that now. The hot topic.
Friendly fire.
That is not friendly fire. That is awesome.
It's unfriendly.
It's a very unfriendly.
Don't say this fire.
But let's start off. One of the things, okay, for me, what stood out, of course, was a trip to Uganda by the president last week, which he finished. And of course, it has brought in a lot of political uproar, but I don't want to look at the political. But one of the interesting things that I thought stood out was the fact that Ugandans had an issue with the president's son. Because as he was being introduced to the president and the president's first lady, he had a handshake. Now apparently, according to Ugandan culture, when you're greeting the high and mighty, you don't just, you know, stretch your hand and shake them. You know, in Uganda you have the ladies who come and kneel, and I hope we have that picture so that we can look at it. But anyway, I'd like to hear what your take is on that. The fact that it was, again, apparently very there you go, very casual. They would have expected him maybe to use both his hands, or at least bow. So, Adhiambo, I don't know what your take is on that.
I don't know, but you know, when you talk about Ugandans, I think they're very special people in terms of their cultural, you know, beliefs. And I think maybe what could have happened if that was a little bit too casual for them, the Ugandans, is that the people who are in the entourage for the president, they always need to school these younger people and just everybody else about how to behave wherever you go. You remember even when the President Obama went, I think, was it in China, or where he actually, Americans had issue that he bowed.
It was Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, he actually bowed, because then of course he was schooled and told, you know, these people, this is what you do. So I think for the younger man, nobody told him. So for him, I think he was just being, and he's respectful. He's not looking like high man. You know, he didn't do a WhatsApp. He actually, you know, he didn't WhatsApp. He was, you know, it was a farm. He was a farm handshake.
WhatsApp and 7.
Yeah. So
do you want another lap?
No. Of course he wants another lap. But I think sometimes we really judge, especially our own first family. There are many times, and I feel as Kenyans, we also just really join the bandwagon of seeing how bad they are. I think the first family, in representing us, they're really trying their best.
But do you think, maybe Smita, do you think culturally Kenya is a bit brash and not very well mannered? If you compare, okay, that's Uganda and that's just a handshake. If you go to, say for instance, a place like TZ, they accuse us of being very forward. Instead of naomba, it's nataka.
You see, they are educated with Ujamaa, Mike. Those things Nyerere messed them with, okay, apart from tribalism, he messed them. At Kiswahili, sijui what manners, it's not helping them in an aggressive and a brash world. That's why Kenyans to compel. Ugandans have too many complications. Did they think that young man is going to kneel there and then wait to be spitted on by Museveni and slapped on the head by First Lady at your... Those are Ugandan issues, and we don't care. We are Kenyans. We are on top of the fire. We are not going to go around listening to Ugandans. And shame on Kenyans.
It's not listening.
Shame on Kenyans.
Listen. It's not listening to Ugandans. Yes. But it's just, okay, we are schooled, or rather we were colonized by the British.
Yes.
And the British are very cultured, very well mannered, so to speak, very according to their culture. How come we didn't pick that yet?
It was our rebellion. We are very
No, it is just me.
No, all of us.
No, that is just you. We are very well schooled.
Why are you pretending to be so
We are
good?
very well schooled. Ask Julie.
Julie's
and she's
well
closer to the Ugandans where she comes from. Julie is related to Ugandans, by the way. Honestly.
No. I think even when you go and meet your grandmother or whoever, an older person, there's a way you comport yourself, the way
courtesy,
and the way you carry yourself. So I think he might have been slightly casual, this young man, maybe because he's young. And anyway, President Uhuru was also quite laid back and laughing, so maybe that's why he thought the whole scenario was very casual. Yeah. But there's a way that you greet your elders, especially if they're president and presidentess of Uganda.
But he's used to greeting a president.
His father?
Yes.
No.
His father. It's not a big deal.
And don't forget,
he's a Ugandan president.
Just remember how his father laid out the red carpet for Obama. All that respect that his father
afforded
another president.
Obama is a Kenyan who's on top.
Nita is not going to agree with you on this one because clearly he has issue with Uganda.
And Tanzania.
But there is not even Uganda or Tanzania. But as Kenyans, I know we are very Kenyans are known to be intelligent, very active. But then when it comes to the mannerism side, we are also very, and that's why maybe even things like mollies will trend.
Yes, that is true. We don't have time for all these rituals and protocols and so on. We're go-getters. We just go and get it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Still staying in Uganda, one of the other things that was interesting from Uganda is apparently the Uganda court came out to ban dowry refund. We also had a picture. And this was pushed by a rights group.
It's a very important issue.
I know, but
you know, dowry is a very important issue in the African culture. But now this one, they were literally
returning. No, there was actually a point.
No, they were banning the returning of dowry because they were saying this is cheapening.
Yes.
Women, because if you return, it's like you are bought for a price.
I know.
And then when you're sent away, you're sent back with your money.
Cashback guarantee. So this was since I'm not satisfied.
The one thing about it is, why even is, you know, like the courts just have to arrive. Plus, you know, okay, if you've attended a Ugandan wedding, it's a ceremony like no other. And where was that photo with chicken? Yeah, because usually
we have that. Directly we have it. We can show that picture.
There's an exchange of chicken, goat, cow. You know, these many interesting things, and I don't know how many matokes and just many other things. So I'm thinking, what has been happening before the ban? Does it mean, you know, they were going back and saying there were 25 chickens? Now, how do you know that after 10 years of marriage with this chick, how many chicks did the chickens get? Do you return now the original, or were they being returned with the interest? You know, for me, that is why I'm laughing about it, because really...
That was the whole point. No, if you paid 7 chickens, you return 7 chickens, meaning that your wife didn't appreciate.
If anything, you should have returned it less because she has caused you stress. That's why you returned.
No, but if she had 7 children,
it doesn't matter. They're trying to say that your value is those 7 chickens for life.
No, it's okay. The Ugandan situation with this, really.
But moving away from Uganda, and this has been a bone of contention even here in Kenya, and it's to do with dowry still. I don't know what your feel is in terms of, there was that tradition that yes, you're exchanging your wife for so many cows and so many goats. Should that be something that we still do to this day, Smita?
Yeah,
you feel like you're purchasing an item.
A chattel.
No, it's not a chattel, but I think relatives and fathers are greedy and they feel they have educated. Even me, you know, I have a daughter. So if I educate her very well and so on, and she's going to have very bright children, hopefully not too crazy, but a bit brighter, you must get something.
So for you, you'd actually want to receive dowry?
I want to receive dowry. I think you should pay dowry.
Did you pay dowry?
Compared to how intelligent, no.
Did you pay dowry?
So the price goes up depending on how intelligent.
Yeah, when my late father used to drink in the bar there to West End, once he removed my report form and he said, my son is very bright. Then he told his friend, your children always come near bottom because you married a stupid woman.
Okay.
And I think the point being, you see how the girl is, pale amefika shule, how the generations will continue for that lucky boy.
But
we have done kids the dowry.
Is your child
honestly,
yeah.
how much is your child worth?
Is your child worth a certain value because of the education?
It's like an honorarium.
No wonder we don't pay for men. It all makes sense now.
Indians pay for men.
Misguided Indians.
Julie, your view on dowry?
I think there should be some kind of token of appreciation, which is like almost negligible in value. Something to just say thank you, both sides. Good man, good woman, come together.
So you exchange dowry, the guys?
Not dowry, maybe just have a party and give a present. Maybe give the mother some kind of trinket and give the father a shirt, just to appreciate that your children are getting married and they're both valuable.
If I'm marrying you, I will give your folks a trinket and a shirt.
Don't pay money. Cheap. Please don't pay money for.
No, but you're not paying for her.
A shirt.
I said a token of appreciation. Money just is devaluing because a human
as compared to a trinket and a shirt.
Because human beings are priceless.
When you want shirt, even that next shirt is expensive.
You can't put a price. A shirt like mine.
He's talking because he has a daughter.
You can't buy a shirt. I can't buy a shirt. Wood from London, and then you are giving me
are you deliberately trying to be dumb, Smita?
No.
A token of appreciation.
You're not understanding the token of appreciation part.
It should have
just say thank you.
Monetary value.
And it should be both sides. It shouldn't be like you're buying a woman.
Yes.
Because you're also getting a guy who hopefully is going to be a good person.
And who also hopefully is bright enough, because the children need to be bright too, and they need to look good.
You are the people who split bills when you are taken on dates.
And why not?
Why not? Pay even the entire thing. What's the issue?
Are you okay with dowry being paid?
I'm not okay when dowry becomes a bone of contention all through until there are people who are thrown out. This is what happened to my my brother when he wanted to, one of my brothers when he went to, I think the woman was coming from Naivasha. And my other brothers, yes, it's true story, by the way. And then, you know, they took him to go now. Finally he was like, yes, I want this girl. And we all loved her. She's great, she cooks, she's, you know, you want her in your family. Goodness, when they arrived there, they were told a certain amount that they didn't have. They did so much and they still had to go back to go and get that amount, because apparently she has a first degree and I don't know, a second one in this. And he just sees a wife, he just sees a woman he wants to spend his life with. Yes, he would want to give something. No, he's respectful enough to want to go and ask for her hand in marriage.
It's because you don't want to do this behind the curtains and, you know, run away with.
So there are certain demands. If you can't meet them, elope.
I mean, my issue is,
if you love each other so much, say kwenda and you elope.
And your whole life.
But there are certain demands. If you can't afford, wende.
You know, Peter is saying that. So you would be okay with your daughter being eloped with?
Now that you see, at least that's why we can have a point of antagonism. But you can't bring me a shirt. That thing of Julia's hurt me.
The shirt will be a gold shirt.
It might be a very expensive shirt. It could be the most expensive shirt in the world.
No, I said make us a good shirt, but you can't bring me a shirt.
Why not?
And then you say that's a very rude young man. He's ruder than that.
The man who buys your daughter for how much, God knows how much money, he'll think he has purchased her. Yeah.